So today's chat is a little bit about the very disappointing Huddersfield game, our upcoming QPR game, and our current wage bill. Greetings all. Yeah, well, back to another one, and yeah, we've got a couple of things to discuss. I was actually going to do a little bit more on the injury news, so there's not really much actually to say about that one, but maybe Martin will want to probably start off with the injury news.
Yes, because I'm an injury news man. And he's back again with his handy dandy trusty piece of paper.
Handy dandy.
Handy dandy trusty piece of paper. So, injury news at the moment, we've only got Callum O'Hare, which we'll be speaking about today. He is set to return early October, which is actually a couple of days away.
I know it is.
So,
yeah,
hopefully before the QPR game, we could potentially see him on the bench, but I think Robbins is gonna keep him out for a bit, then put him on the bench and slowly work his way up. Because I think the mistake that we did last year, we put him on way too early, which made him. Yeah,
I think Robbins actually admitted that himself. He put him too soon. From what the last thing that I was reading about O'Hare as well, actually, was that he was actually playing a game. He was actually up and playing, and he got a bit of a knock. So let's hope that hasn't delayed this like early October.
20s or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was that he was playing, or whether it was in training, one of the training matches that they do. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he did take a bit of a knock and a bit of a tumble, so hopefully that hasn't put the recovery back in. He couldn't find anything about whether it did or it didn't, so hopefully not.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers are crossed.
Right, so we're going to have a bit of a chat about the wage bill, and going from last year to this year, I think obviously with the players that we've actually got in, the wage bill has actually jumped. Not by a lot, from what I've heard, it's 13% increase.
That's not bad.
Yeah, which isn't bad considering the players we got in. So a bit of trivia for you here, and have a think about this. I'm going to give you the answers, but our wage bill for this year is. It's just under 10 million. Literally just under. No, sorry, I'll tell you what, it's just over 10 million. I get it right. It's just over the 10 million mark. So, have a quick think on who you think is the highest player that we are paying at the moment. Okay. I'll give you a bit of a clue.
But
okay.
We will not say till the end of the video.
Yeah.
So make sure to stay tuned.
Okay.
And we will say the highest.
Who's the highest? And also, how much do you think Matty Godden is on? Yeah.
So take a minute to pause this video and
think
give
about
us your thoughts. Yep. Think about it.
Right, Huddersfield game.
Huddersfield game.
Over to you. Have you seen what I put on your notes? Sack a tomato. Yeah. Last week, that's what I called him. So that's what I'm going to be writing. Sack a tomato.
Sack a tomato. So, well, before we actually start on the players' point of view, I just want to get your views on the game overall.
Game overall, me personally, I'm going to compare this quite a lot actually to last season, because last season, if we were drawing or we were losing, we was always managing to scrape points. I've lost count the amount of times that we'd scored late winners or late equalisers. This season, it's the opposite. We are conceding, which either means that we're ending up drawing, where we should have been winning, or we're losing. And that's exactly what has happened for the past few games. So, I mean, personally, I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
There are signs of improvements. But for me personally, that is a game we should not have lost. That is a game that we should have won.
Yep. You said lost, but we drew that game.
Drew. Sorry.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah. The problem that I think with us at the moment, if you just look at the games that have been live, and I don't know, just throw out like the highlights, we do everything so well. We work it up well. It's that final third. we seem to be struggling to score goals. Because where last season we were banging them in left, right, centre, forward, up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
We were scoring with comfortable. With this season, I feel like we're struggling in that final third.
They seem rather wooden. As with the passing, it's like it's too predictable.
Yeah.
It's not fast enough. And there are silly little mistakes as where the players aren't reading what's going on.
Yeah.
So you get a pass that's passed in front of them and they've stood still. Well, as where normally it would have been, he's going to run into that gap or space, so you pass the ball in there and somebody would have ran in, and that's just not happening. There doesn't seem to be any or a lot less of that sort of thinking of what your teammates and that are doing. And I also think we're playing too defensively as well. Way too defensively is where we were. I mean, we've got to compare to previous season. Last season we were pretty solid. I mean, we had was it the most clean sheets?
22.
22. And I mean, I think Wilson.
Hats off to him. Amazing.
And that's not happening at the moment. That's not happening at the moment at all. Which, you've gone from one extreme, and I think we're going to go the opposite way this season. But it's really hard to sort of look at how last season's start would have been because of obviously the issues we had with the stadium, with the pitch and everything. So it's hard to sort of like judge or compare last season's start to this season because obviously we were so many games behind because we couldn't play. So I mean, are we sort of like pretty much where we were last season with this games in?
Probably.
Or you see what I mean? So I mean, because once we'd played them games in hand, we were up that table a bit, but we weren't right at the top.
Yeah.
We were only, when we got them games in hand, and then we just sort of clawed our way up. It's really hard to compare to last season.
Very hard to be fair. I mean, to be fair, it is a new team if you do look about it, but it's like during pre-season you could see they were gelling so well, and I know it's pre-season, but like if you just look at it, we were playing so well. Sims was scoring goals back to back to back, but the way it's come to this season, he's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have.
He's just not found that confidence that he was in pre-season.
Yeah,
which I think has definitely let us down. So,
I think we're because of the price it was paid for, like, had you right on that? I think that the expectations.
It's about €9 million.
Yeah, it was just over 7 million, weren't it? £7 million.
€9 million.
So you sort of your expectations are really high.
Yeah.
Because you've just paid a lot of money for somebody, and you're sort of thinking, well, why isn't he banging them in? I mean, there's probably a reason, and that's for Robbins to work this out, and I mean, he missed an absolute flipping sitter.
Oh.
An absolute sitter. I mean, looking at it, I mean, yes, he should have scored it. I mean, but when you do look at, the ball, the position of the ball, he only had that split second to react, where he should have reacted quick enough. Being a bloody striker, that's you've got to have that quick reaction. But you can sort of like see in a way why he missed it, but he shouldn't have missed it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have missed it. It was a sitter he shouldn't have missed.
It's an absolute sitter.
Yeah.
Anyway, less of the waffle. I feel like we're waffling on too long, and you guys are probably sitting there bored as hell. So let's move on to Saka Tomato.
Saka Tomato.
Saka Tomato. Personally, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant as usual. I don't care how many people will disagree with me. This is why we should start him. Absolutely brilliant performance.
Well, going by looking at social media, there's actually quite a lot of people sort of saying the same thing. Why isn't he starting?
Yep. He needs to start so much more. So much more.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Saka Tomato.
Saka Tomato.
Yeah, no, generally, I think Saka Tomato this season has definitely proven him something
I think he's got a lot. He's got a lot to learn. He's definitely got some skill. I thought he had a bit more pace than what he's showing at the moment. I mean, because some of the clips and that I've seen of him playing, he seemed to have like outpaced quite a lot, other players quite easily. Where watching him playing for us, it just seems to be he doesn't see. It probably is the same, probably, because I mean, obviously different leagues. Obviously, it's probably slightly different, but I thought he was a bit more pacey.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only thing I could say about him, really, because I mean everything else seemed to be pretty good.
I could say the same thing about Hadji Rock, because I think he's got a lot more pace than he has been showing.
Yeah,
recently.
yeah. He seems quite wooden.
It looks like some. I don't know how to explain it, but like, yeah, I'm just not even gonna bother because it won't turn out pretty well. Palmer was also out in that game, so that's sad. But you know what? Yasin Yari did get his first goal, and I think he did have a solid game. But I think there's a few errors there and then.
I kept playing the highlight back again, and it was sort of like trying to see where he actually hit the ball in. Because I mean, brilliant shot by Sims. It was that is what I want to see him doing.
And we'll speak about that in a minute.
Yeah. But having said that, I was trying to look to see where, because I'm pretty sure that when I was watching it, that they were crying for handball, and to me it was like, well, no, it didn't. It came in. To me, it looked like it came in off his stomach, or it just like bounced and came in off his, manhood.
And well, to be fair, either way, if the wood's going to count for handball, what's he supposed to do? It's coming off the woodwork. He's there running with his hands by his. What's he supposed to do? Run around like?
Yeah, I know. You run around your hands behind your back.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Star boy, Josh Eccles.
I know. I know there are so many people out there going to disagree with us, but I really can see potential in him. I'm with you on this.
I can as well. I can.
Yeah,
honestly, so far, probably going to scream at me for this, but best player this season so far. No two ways about it.
Apart from Godden.
Other than Godden, but well,
yeah. No, I get where you're
for me personally, sure, Godden's banging them goals, but for me personally, Eccles is the best player in the squad at the moment.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. You can disagree with me how much you want, but this is my opinion. Eccles, best player this season at the moment.
I think he's playing really well.
Every game.
I like watching him.
Yeah.
I do. I like watching him.
Every game that I've seen from him so far, he has not disappointed
me
at all.
I mean, to me, he seems to be making the fewest mistakes. So, yeah, no.
Sims' shot as well, absolutely brilliant. Again, that I've seen, like most of the time throughout like the Huddersfield game, Cardiff game, there's been no support whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think Sims has taken that absolutely brilliantly.
He did.
Taken it past a few players, whacked it. Honestly, he should deserve that.
Worked himself into a bit of space, took the shot.
Should have deserved it.
Yeah.
And to me, just looking at that, it's something that Jokovic would kind of do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I'll certainly agree with that one. But that's the sort of thing I want to see him do more.
Yeah, same, definitely.
That sort of, couple of minutes was, what we're expecting from him. But for the whole game, you know what I mean? That's, what we're expecting.
And of course that goal, that shot led to a goal for Yasin Iyari, first goal of the season.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't have much to say really.
No, he was in the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Was it the commentator saying it was a scrappy goal or something?
Well, yeah, I suppose you could sort of say it was a scrappy goal, but you can't say it was a scrappy goal because the play leading up to it was worked really well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it just all of a sudden rolled in. It was a shot that deflected off of the bar, hit the player and went in.
Yeah.
You can't really say it's a scrappy goal. It was a bit of probably a freakish sort of a goal, but it was a yeah. The play leading up to it was good.
It was good, but I still want to see more from Sims.
Definitely.
He deserves that goal, and I can see it coming.
Yeah.
I can see it coming.
Yeah, definitely. So to sum the Huddersfield game up really for us in the first half, it was a slightly better performance. There was still quite a lot to do. The second half, we looked very, very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Really, really uncomfortable. It was showing. You just had a lot more pressure put on them. And yet again, late goal cost us 3 points.
Again, which
So
I
very
hate
disappointed.
seeing.
It's another draw.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to stats.
To the stats.
And the game against QPR heading this Saturday.
Stats, here we go. I've got my trusty piece of paper. It's actually the same piece of paper.
Piece of paper, but...
Right, so QPR, and it's on Saturday.
Top goal scorers: Coventry City. Same as usual, same as last video. Matty got him, 5 goals. QPR, Pal. P-A-A-L.
Pal?
I don't know, we'll put it up on the screen somewhere there or there.
You probably pronounce it Paul.
Paul, probably. And he has got 2 goals. Which, personally, I think is another good reason heading into this game is that it seems like they don't have something to be a threat.
Yeah.
I probably said that last video, and it turns out they still scored against us. And we kind of got a draw, but we don't talk about that.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Form.
QPR is a draw, loss, won, loss. For us, it's a draw, a loss, and a draw. We've got draws.
We've got draws. We are the draw.
So the last 5 games, we've got only 4 points.
4 points, and those are all
not
draws.
good enough.
Very not good enough. Absolutely not good enough.
Head to head. This is where the stats are against us. 3 wins to QPR versus only 2 to us. We haven't had a draw in the last 5 with them. However,
we do draw.
Our last 2 wins have been against QPR. So the last twice that we've met, we've actually beat them. So that's a pretty good stat. The last time we beat them, 15th of April 2023, it was a 3-0 win. Who scored?
I already know who fucking scored anyway.
Go on.
Your creation in the 10th. I actually scored twice in the 85th.
You were close.
85th?
Close.
It was round 8th.
You got the 10th right?
Yeah, it was right around the 8th mark. And Hamer in the 35th.
No, you were way off for that one. Grocker's 10 minutes.
Oh, 86.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Hamer on 86 and Grocker's on 88. And do you know the worst thing about this? Is yet again, the guys that scored, neither of them play for us anymore.
Yep.
Table. We are 18th on 8 points. QPR's 19th on 8 points. It's only goal difference that's keeping us away. We're +1, they're -5. A win could potentially put us 11th.
Yep.
So,
I mean, to be fair, it's still a massive jump to 7th place if we do get the win. I think we should, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. I actually spent a lot longer than normal, because normally a number comes into my head and I'm going, yeah. This one I was a bit.
Yeah, just looking at the games, it's just
bear with me, and I'll explain the reasons why I think it's going to be this. Okay. So I'm saying it's going to be a win for us, and it's going to be 1-0. And the reason being is because the last 2 times that we've met QPR, we've won. We beat them 3-0 away last time. I know that them players don't play for us anymore, but hear me out. We've got to get a win.
We have to get a win.
We've got to get a win. Game. And I have that feeling this is going to be it. And it's going to be a away win. I would like to think it's going to be like, you know, Haji Wright or Sims or who's going to score, because I really, really want them to score. I'm not quite that confident with them yet.
Yeah. Because
they haven't really, apart from Sims, you know, against Huddersfield. So yeah, I'm not really too sure on who's going to score it. It might probably be Godden again, you know, because he's on form.
Yeah.
So it might be Godden again, but I'm probably going to go for. I'm going to probably go for something like, you know, a corner, and it'll be Fadzum with a header or something like that. You know, I can't see it being one of the forwards that's going to do it. So because I don't know, they're not filling me with that much confidence. Yeah. But I'm going to go for that 1-0 win.
I've just sort of realised something as you were talking. Both of our losses have come from away days.
Yeah.
so that doesn't give me much confidence. But again, it's QPR, they're not on the greatest form, same with us, but I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go a 1-0 win.
Fantastic. As you know, at the beginning of the vid, we asked you a question. Our wage bill just over 10 million. Who is our highest wage earner?
Highest wage
right now
earner.
Let's put you out of your misery, because it's not Hadji Wright and it's not Sims.
And the answer to the question is Louis Binks with £30,000 a week. Just behind, with Hadji Wright, of 25,000 a week.
And the same with Sims, 25,000 a week.
Sims, yeah.
Yep. So.
And Matty Godden.
So Matty Godden. How much do you think he's on?
How much do you think he's on? So hopefully you guys have had the time to put how much you reckon Godden has been earning a week. Same with the highest paid. Godden,
I was actually shocked when I actually seen this. I was thought, are you kidding me? I thought we'd been on more than that.
Definitely. He is getting paid, drum roll, he's getting paid 5,000 a week.
It's still a lot of money, but I mean
5,000 a week, pay me up. Come on, mate.
5,000 a week, I'll be counting.
Oh, I'll take that.
I'll be counting the footsteps. £1, £2, £3, £4. But now, I mean, seriously, I mean, you expect your highest goal scorer to be a lot more than that. Now I think
personally, I think Godden should be at least being paid like 10,000, 15,000 a week. They
I
definitely bump up his wage, because he's the one that's banging the goals for us. Unless he does have a clause on how many 5 goals he scores, then he gets a bonus or whatever. So we don't know.
Because some do that, don't they?
Yeah,
some do that. You know, you get a bonus if you save a penalty, if you're a goalie, and a bonus if you
clean sheets,
clean sheets and
some amount of
So you never know, really. Never
assists and appearances.
But yeah, that's today's trivia.
Yes, today's trivia.
I will leave a link to obviously where I actually found this information, because there's quite a lot there on there of wages and stuff like that, which is quite interesting to, well, it's sort of interesting to read. It's handy to know, but yeah, there's a lot on there that you actually look at and think, really?
So guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please make sure to go like and subscribe and turn post notifications on so you do not miss a single video of ours, and so you do not miss our next video, which is against Norwich City on 7th of October, which is not looking good. This is us logging off, so without further ado, stay safe and bye.